So vibe coding is definitely one that I've heard that it captures that idea, right? Like I just need to kind of have the general vibe of what I'm doing. It can figure it out for me. Vibe marketing is the same thing, right? It's like I've heard tons of marketers, expound on whatever the flavor of the week type concept is. I think like account-based marketing, ABM marketing is a big buzzword that I've heard thrown around over the last year. And for every 10 people that I hear talk about it, I know one person who actually knows how to do it really well. And I think AI can help with that. So from a vibe marketing standpoint, if there's a big topic out there, AI can be your subject matter expert that enables you to do all of these things better, stronger, faster than you could before. I think that's a great way to put it. It's kind of like vibe everything.
Yeah, I really use a framework of, 5 principles. And it really starts with trust. And, trust is a really easy thing to generate. But once it's gone, it's really hard to get back. And so being consistent, being reliable, engaging deeply and effectively with your partner and prioritizing those relationships. I think that provides the cornerstone to doing much more interesting things in the future. But establishing that basis of trust, they can trust you, they know you can deliver, and they give you the benefit of the doubt to do some interesting and creative things. I think that's where you start.
Yeah, such a great question. Brand today is all about the people at your company more than it is about the brand of the company itself. This is the big trend that I'm seeing and this is somewhat, driven by the social media platforms, for example, where a lot of marketing is happening today. They favor content from people, not content from companies. And so I think the part of brand that's really alive right now is finding people internally that can be those external personalities and can speak and almost build their own brand, but then be supporting your company's brand at the same time. And so it's a very interesting trend, but one that I really love because I think companies are having to be more transparent. And I call it like turning our company inside out. And I'm always in these meetings and sessions internally thinking, oh, I wish I could bottle this meeting up and share it with the world because there's so many people here that are so passionate and so knowledgeable and they're sharing this story. And I just want to share that externally. But yeah, the way that's, I think, most often happening these days is by the people in the company sort of building their own brand and sharing that and being a spokesperson versus the company itself, if that makes sense. So it's a very interesting shift that I've noticed that I'm hearing across the board everywhere is a major focus for marketers.
Well, I think for the situations I've been in, from my personal experience, it comes from really understanding what is the near-term activity versus the long-term trend. And so the long-term trend being, what are the signals with regard to the financials, right? How's the revenue coming in? Where are the costs sitting? And then combining that with this concept of trust, right? Is there actually a foundation of a base of customers and partners that are going to buoy this business or not? And so when you combine that longer term trend line of both of those, you can get a better understanding of is this really something we want to dig into, and is there a future there or not?
Yeah, great question, and a very fundamental and important question these days. So agents or agentic is about building bots, for lack of a better explanation, that can work semi-autonomously or autonomously, independently, and perform tasks that they have been asked to do somewhat intelligently. It's a very, very important aspect of the big building block of the big picture of how AI is going to help you transform your work outcomes. But it's not the end answer. It's a brick. It's a building brick in a wall. And that wall is agentive. And what we mean by agentive is the ability to produce outcomes, to produce results. So agent, if you think about it, mimics a human set of tasks. So for example, an agent could perform a lot of the tasks that an SDR does. But agentive would be looking at the full process of identifying an ideal customer, creating demand, engaging with them, helping walk you through to produce an outcome, which would be a sale. And that is the difference between agentic and agentive. Agentic are the building blocks without which agentive does not work, but agentive is the process view or the end-to-end view of how these agents should be deployed in an AI-first environment, how they should be deployed to produce outcomes. We are all about outcomes in sales, right?